Germany stopped their arms deals with Saudi Arabia, should Britain do the same? We asked the public.
I would say we should follow Germany. We shouldn't be involved. Why are we still selling it? In which it means we're supporting the bloodshed of innocent people and children.
From what I know, goes against everything that the United States stands for, is, you know, the protection of innocent people, and that's not always the case, but that's the picture they like to paint a lot. So if that's really happening, then yeah, it should definitely stop.
I know that's obviously a big business, selling weapons, but I don't think economic well-being is worth millions of lives of people that are less fortunate. So yeah, I'd say it'd probably be a good thing to follow the lead.
Seems pretty obvious that that would be a good idea.
So you think that we should follow what Germany's done?
I think it would seem wrong to be supplying weapons for a cause that's creating that much misery for I'm not sure what purpose.
I don't agree with selling weapons to countries that wage war. No, I don't agree with war. So, yeah, peace would be much nicer.
Probably we shouldn't sell any weapons anywhere in the world to anyone ever.
Oh, that's sure that we should stop selling weapons to people who are creating war.
I know that Norway has stopped supplying the United Arab Emirates, which is party to the conflict and also to the aggression, because it is using these arms against innocent Yemenis. And now I hear that the alliance between the two major parties in Germany have decided to stop also supplying Saudis with arms. These are courageous decisions, and that should be emulated by all the EU. And I know the European Parliament has called for a moratorium on supplying arms to the Saudis, but also UK. It would be very good if they stop being involved in this merciless and illegal war, and stop arming the Saudis and for that matter the Bahrainis, who are also party to the crimes in Yemen.
I am hoping that Britain will do the same. The pressure is ongoing. We work with the organization Campaign Against Arms Trade. We also work with other colleagues from other organizations like Stop the War, who've been doing amazing work, and War on Want from other places like the US and Canada. We think all countries in the world must respect international treaties which prohibit the sale of weapons to regimes that use those weapons either to oppress their own people or to use it in acts of aggression. Well, the Saudi coalition, Saudi regime in particular, and the Emiratis have been using these weapons both to repress their own people and also to commit acts of aggression against their neighbors and others. Therefore, it is actually illegal for these countries to be selling it to them, and Britain knows that, and other countries know that. When we face them with these questions, they often tell us, well, if we don't do it, somebody else will do it. That's not the answer. We in Britain, we, UK, hold the pen at the UN. We can impose sanctions on people who break the rules. And how come we are breaking the rules is what is embarrassing for me as a lawyer, to wake up one day and find that my own government is actually breaking the law on this flimsy excuse. It saddens me. I'm very pleased to see that Germany has done that, Norway has done that, Canada is now debating it, and I hope and pray that the rest of the world follows suit and actually impose not only weapon sale sanctions on these brutal regimes, but also economic sanctions and other sanctions, and maybe even issue arrest warrants for them under the International Criminal Court jurisdiction by force of the UN if necessary, because these people are breaking every known rule of law under the sun, and they are behaving worse than the Nazi Germany, because what's happening in Yemen is Holocaust, nothing short of it. We've seen the figures, we've seen everything, we've seen the evidence. How long will this have to go on until we say Holocaust, stop it? I say it's worse than Second World War because it's happening post-UN today. UN was brought about to prevent similar horrors as the Nazi Germany happening again. How is it possible for them to allow it to happen to Yemen is beyond my comprehension.
And so Yemen continues to suffer. Disease ravages adults and children who have also been affected by school closures. The sanitation services lie in ruins. Fuel shortages have disrupted the delivery of water to millions of people. And hospitals are crippled by little or no access to power.
this war has caused much of Yemen's infrastructure, including hospitals, schools and factories, to be reduced to rubble in military strikes. One of the world's poorest countries is being systematically destroyed by one of the world's richest regimes. The human rights violations are there for all to see. So why doesn't the West do more to stop this? Perhaps it's because remembering to do business with Saudi Arabia means forgetting lost lives in Yemen.